Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be taking a deep dive into Creekwood Sawmill, the scare maze that was sort of unveiled yesterday. If you didn't check my video out, definitely do that. I did do a Friday video yesterday, little update video, because I wanted to get that video out to you guys as quick as possible. We're back on track now. We're going to get right into this video. I'm going to discuss some construction updates as well as some possible routes and different things I think could be coming to the maze. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so obviously yesterday we did get some information. Like I said, I did do a video on that. Definitely check that out before this video. So we did get to know some of the stuff that could be coming to Friday nights. Obviously we saw some stuff with Blair Witch. Obviously we've still got all this this Creekwood Sawmill stuff to talk about. That's what I'm going to do in this video because I didn't really want to leave it as it was yesterday. Plainly because I don't think there was enough content there to, you know, get people gassed up. So I'm definitely going to do a video for each of the scare mazes we see as they're more constructed. I'm going to try and do a video every week for Friday nights, so definitely stay tuned for that. Let's get on to this video. So today we're just going to be talking a bit about Creekwood Sawmill, what it could entail, what routes it could take, and also some of the construction updates that I did touch on yesterday but I didn't fully elaborate on. So we're going to get straight into the construction updates now, get them out of the way. So if you have seen the video from yesterday, just skip on this bit a little bit and get onto the predictions bit. But as we know, yesterday was some plant pots put outside of the Loggers Leap entrance, which did have organs of soil, which I did explain yesterday. But we've also had some new signage put up. Obviously I'll put them in here, they'll just be flashing as I'm talking. Some of, you know, recruiting some applicants for the actors, as well as some being promotional material for the actual thing, both of which featuring the name Creekwood Sawmill. So that it could be the confirmed name of this maze, but it's not entirely 100% yet. We'll have to see when the lineups fully come out. But that's all we really know construction wise. Obviously we do know that Loggers Leap's going a bit taken apart on the top of the roof that I did mention yesterday as well. So that could incorporate the way the queue line for this maze can entail, also the route it could take, which I am going to be predicting in a second. So let's just get these out of the way, like I said. Also, we have some construction boards being put up around the side, so pretty soon we won't be able to see into the construction site at all. So we want to get as much as we can done now, so that when that does come up, we may be able to touch on a little bit, because some people may get some images and footage just peeking their cameras over the fences, but as it stands now, it's going to be difficult to get footage and photos, and obviously see what's behind it. So with all the construction stuff out of the way, like I said, I did touch on it a little bit more yesterday, but today's going to be a bit more of predictions on what could entail, and what type of factors we could be seeing within. So without further ado, let's get straight into that. Okay, so the first prediction I have for this maze is the particular route it will take. I do believe that the pre-show will be within the Loggers Leap station itself. There may be a little indoor section in there, possibly. You're then going to move out to the back, turn right up past platform, then going to turn right again where Dead Creek was last year, and you're going to pass up that pathway until you get to the end. I feel like there won't be too many changes from the last maze. I just think there'll be different theming and actors. We could possibly see the return of platform again, depends on what route it's going to take. Like I said, this all relies on routes now. There's going to be too many mazes in this one spot if they're not careful. So I do believe that is the route it's going to take. I don't believe it will go through the actual Loggers Leap place, but obviously because the troughs are still there. And it'd be hard to sort of make a route about that unless you actually walk through the troughs, which could be a pretty cool idea. But that's not what I think is going to happen. I feel like they're going to use the old Dead Creek space from last year and just, you know, just turn out the station and connect back onto that. Possibly still having platforms, taking a minor little detour to where platform was. But the most interesting part is one of the images that was shared by Thought Park themselves, I'll put that there now, did show the building from platform. So maybe, just maybe, we will see this maze taking platform's route and platform just being completely removed, and we'll just see this in its place. And then possibly we could still have Dead Creek back this year, obviously, because that takes a different route. Now and then having two Dead Creek mazes would actually fit quite well in Old Town, I think. And especially some of this sawmill stuff, this building that is used in platform could potentially be a really good theming element, and that's what I think we're seeing in this photo here. Now obviously this is all speculation, so it's not 100%, but that's what I think is going to happen. I feel like platform will be gone completely and we will see the removal of pretty much most of the theming, except for, like I said, that building at the end in Little Village. I feel like that element's going to be kept, and that's where the actual sawmill within Dead Creek Sawmill, or whatever it's called, I don't know the actual name of it yet. I believe it is Creekwood Sawmill. I get it mixed up a bit, but I feel like they'll settle on a name soon. So yeah, I do believe that will be used, and that will be where the sawmill is in, like, you know, the actual story of the maze, which I think could be really cool, and definitely fits in with this image that we were shown. Now moving on to the second prediction is the fact that, like I said, did say this yesterday, that the actor in the top left of the Fort Park poster from yesterday is probably one of the actors in here. The colour palettes match, and it kind of looks like a scarecrow, which is what you'll probably see on a farm in like sawmills and stuff, which is a really interesting take, because I feel like if that's chasing after you, you would be terrified. Now, obviously, chainsaws, Fright Nights is a pretty big deal. Chainsaws are usually pretty scary, which is a good thing, obviously because it's Fright Night, so the addition to this could be extremely paid off, because I feel like a lot of people are going to love this maze if they execute it properly. Obviously, last year's Fright Nights was a bit of a downfall, because everyone got gassed, because obviously Vulcan Peak with the bags over your head, that wasn't executed properly. Do or Die was perfect, I didn't see any flaws in that. So we could see Do or Die come back this year, but I'm going to have a separate video on my maze predictions in a couple of weeks, just to let you guys know what I think could be returning, just before these mazes could be announced, because I don't know how soon this is going to get, you know, revealed. So I'm going to try and get these Fright Nights videos done as soon as possible. So let's get back into this construction update slash predictions. So I do believe this pre-show would entail a sort of similar one to Vulcan Peak. I know it's a bit weird sounding, but it's sort of like an old style, you know, camera reel footage projected onto the wall. It will then explain the story of the sawmill and how it's used to cut organs up or something, because we did see them in the plant pots from earlier, which I think could be really interesting, and it will just tell you generally about the story in the area, much like the platform did without like the lighting in the pre-shows and that. So yeah, I feel like they'll just incorporate a similar sort of thing as platform did, like it's an old abandoned place, you're on a tour, and then I feel like things will go sideways as you walk down. I reckon there will be the tour guide aspect still there, so I don't think this maze will be too different to platform. It'll just have a reskin, which could potentially be good. Obviously, it might be something not more fresh and new, which is never a bad thing, as long as, like I said, it's executed properly. And I do believe as you exit out, it will start to kick off as you get to that house that you do, like in platform, and then that's where you're going to start seeing the heavy amounts of actors, because obviously you see some actors scattered about in the beginning, but as soon as you start getting into that one bit, I reckon that could really start getting ramped up. Okay, so my final prediction entails that obviously with the odd removal of all the signs on Saw Alive, we'll see the big one on the side has been painted over and the other's just been removed, which is kind of softly said, look, it's not coming back, we don't want it. But I've never really experienced the maze myself. I didn't get to do it last year, so I don't know whether it's good or not, whether people are going to be disappointed, but I do feel like some of the theming from this maze could be transferred over to Dead Creek or Creekwoods, or whatever we're going to call it, Creekwood Sawmill, as most of these, obviously the saw stuff is mainly around like rotating blades and stuff like that, and I feel like that could really fit in with a little queue line for this maze. Obviously with it being a sawmill, it would really incorporate a theming, and obviously it saved Thorpe a little bit of money. We know they like doing stuff like this, because they like taking themes from other mazes or just around the park generally and then putting them into the new mazes to make it look fresh, but obviously it'll still have the same elements. So that is the end of the video today, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Like I said, I'm going to try and get a Fright Nights video out every week, just to get people hyped. So definitely leave your Fright Night suggestions in the comments, as well as just some normal video suggestions that I can use to, you know, make my channel better. So I hope you did enjoy. Like I said, depending on how well received this video is, I don't know whether I'll do another like maze analysis, but as it stands, I'm still going to do one next week. But like I said, if it changes, it changes. So without further ado, I'll see you guys later.